Hey guys, this is Nicole. Just wanted to shoot a quick video and share with you my drop shipping checklist. So as you're going about your daily activities and listing, there's more to staying on top of your listings and your eBay store or business or storefront, whatever you want to call it. There's more to it than just listing, right? And putting in the orders. So I wanted to give you kind of an idea. It's goofy, but I picture myself kind of like the guy on Little House on the Prairie. Um, the storekeeper, he would come out, he'd sweep off the front porch, he would move some stuff around on the shelves and so forth, and then he'd kind of unlock the doors, and prop them open with the big barrels, and everybody in town knew he was open for business. Well, I kind of feel like that about my eBay and my Amazon stores, and so I wanted to kind of walk through what I do every morning to basically open my store. So this is my checklist. It helps me reduce going out of stock. It helps me stay on top of price changes, stay on top of my customer service. So it's really been helpful in that regard. So first thing I do, I check availability and the pricing of the items that I have listed at my suppliers. So I shared with you on a previous video one pretty easy way of how to keep track of what's still in stock with Amazon. So go back and take a look at that video. You can create kind of a dummy account and put it all in your cart. And that way, every time you log in, it updates your cart and it tells you, oh, sorry, you missed out on product this or product that, or since you put this in your cart, the product has gone up, the price has gone up or down. So that's a really pretty quick way, I think, of keeping track of availability and pricing on your items, and particularly with Amazon. As you move up to some of the different trainings, then it's going to be important for you to kind of figure out a system, and I'll share with you the system that I use for the suppliers that I use, but if you decide to use some different suppliers, then it's going to be good for you to figure out your own way to keep track of availability and prices. But just kind of build this into your daily routine, and then you won't get a bunch of orders for things that are out of stock, because that's going to hurt your eBay account status. Number two, I relist any items that I've sold on eBay. So in the previous day, or since the last time I came through and did this, maybe you sold some things, you want to make sure to relist them. And typically when I would only list a quantity of one, if I sold it, I would go place the order, make sure it's still in stock, and if it was, then I would relist it at that time automatically. Number three, you're going to enter your orders from eBay. So, you wake up and of course somebody has bought something in the middle of the night, which is wonderful, and you want to enter your orders from eBay first thing, get those going, and so Amazon can start working on them and you don't eat up your handling time by just hanging on to the orders, of course. You're going to enter, and as you expand into different trainings, you might also get some sales that come in from Google, or you might get some sales that come in on Amazon that you need to fulfill. So you'll do that as well. Let's see, in the training, this is the Elite program, I think, and it's 99.95 a month, and it's going to open up a bunch of different suppliers for you, as well as how to sell through the search engine, the Google search engine, which we all know is huge. And then this training is Monopoly. Um, and I don't remember, I think Monopoly might be 499, and it's a one-time purchase. But it's going to teach you how to sell on Amazon instead of just buying from Amazon like we do in the pro level. Okay. Number four, I respond to messages on eBay. So some people may have sent me some messages or some questions. I'll respond to those very quickly. Number five, add tracking numbers on eBay. So in the last day or two, I would have had some sales and I would have processed those orders on previous days, but now I will go back and add tracking numbers. And often this is also where I'll find out if a product, if the supplier has put the order on hold or if they're doing something weird. I'll find this out before my handling time is up. So before your 3 or 4 days is up, come in and look for your tracking numbers, because sometimes they would have shipped and would have listed a tracking number, but they haven't sent you the email, because I think a lot of those have them queued up to come out, in the middle of the night. So you might wait several hours or 12 hours even to get a tracking number when it was already available. So you can be proactive about adding your tracking numbers. Number six, I will leave feedback for um, buyers. Basically, a lot of buyers, if they leave me feedback, I leave them feedback. Now, that's not what eBay will tell you to do, but um, and I definitely do not leave feedback until they've received their item, maybe, and some time has passed. But, it's up to you when you want to leave feedback. Number seven, I will respond to cases and open cases as needed. So if somebody has, wanted to return something or so forth, you have to open a case in order to get your fees back. So you want to make sure to open those when needed, and then if someone has opened a case on you, you want to make sure to respond to that in a timely manner and get it all worked out so that they don't escalate it and then eBay has to make a decision, okay? Number eight, I update my freight items. So if I'm having some large things shipped, I will, make sure they're still on track, check to see if I've gotten a phone call from the delivery companies to set up delivery, sent out, updates or whatever needs to happen. So update my freight items. I check on the return status of products if I have anybody that wants to return something. And number 10, keep an eye on, your credit card and your PayPal balances, because sometimes I use a credit card, and the limit's not that high, so I may pay it off a couple of times during the month in order to make sure I don't go over my limit. So I will transfer my PayPal balances typically weekly, and because it takes a couple of days to do that, and then I'll send in my payment, and so it takes a couple of days to do that. So typically, I don't want to get behind so that I have to switch to a different credit card, because I want the one that maxes out my cash back, of course. So, um, but you'll have to stay on top of that. So, these things might not be daily if you don't have any of those going on, but it's good to just go through the mental checklist of, okay, that make sure everything's available that I have listed. Did I relist the ones that sold? Because those are likely to sell again. Enter my orders, make sure I stay on top of that and don't eat up my processing time. um, Respond to messages on eBay, enter your tracking numbers, and this gives you, again, a double check on the orders you've already placed to make sure they're moving along with the supplier. You want to leave feedback, handle your cases, freight, returns, and, stay on top of your kind of operating cash flow. So if you have any questions about this, please send me a note back. Talk to you soon, and good luck. Keep moving forward with your dropshipping business. Thanks. Bye.